Me not take no. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
That is much better. Now, I will tell you a story. This story is about, you know who, Anancy. Now, Anancy comes from the Ashanti tribe in Africa. And Anancy finds himself in the Caribbean. You know something? This story I can tell you about is true, you know. And any one of you could be Anancy. There was a little village somewhere in the blue Caribbean Sea. And the people there, they were happy and free. They used to sing and dance to everything. And they used to wine and dine and have a wonderful time. And guess who was living in that village? No one else but Anancy. And the celebrating, they used to sing a thing. It went like this. Oh, che-che, che-che, oh. Oh, che-che, che-che, oh. Oh, che-che, che-che, oh. Oh, che-che, che-che, oh. But you know, there's a funny thing that's happened. When you're having fun and everything is fine and you enjoy yourself, sometimes you just waste one or two things, you know. And in this village, the people had so much they could not believe. So they used to waste and throw away and do a lot of strange things that was counterproductive. And the times get hard. It gets so hard that they could barely survive. People had little to eat, little to wear, and they could do very little to help themselves. Well, you know, Anancy decided he ain't going to stay and bump. He ain't going to cut and run. Because Anancy don't like bear strain. So Anancy decided to walk and find another village where everything is fine. And Nancy packed a bundle at the middle of the night and he walked. Nancy walked, Nancy walked, Nancy walked, he walked, he walked. Nancy walked, Nancy walked, Nancy walked, he walked, he walked. Nancy walked, Nancy walked. But you remember, the village didn't have food and things. So when Nancy was packing, Nancy didn't have any food. And he didn't realize that it's going to take such a long time before he finds some place. So when Nancy checked him out, Nancy finally had no food and Nancy was hungry. Oh, Nancy, that he was so hungry. He didn't know what to do. But you know what comfort Nancy? He remembered the song they used to sing when everything was fine. So Nancy listened to him and hearing them, he saying, oh, che-che, che-che, oh, oh, che-che, che-che, oh. Nancy was going on share memories. Oh, che-che, che-che, oh. Then Nancy hit the junction in the road. And Nancy suspected that the village was near. He looked to the right, see a road going to the right. He looked to the left, a road going to the left. So he got to make a decision which side to go. And Nancy was worried. Oh, decision. Should I go to the right or should I go to the left? And Nancy worried. Nancy decided a good way to find it is to put his ears to the ground. And if you hear a song that reminds me of back home and everything was good, then that is the place to go. So he put his ears to the right on the ground. And he listened. What do you think he hear? Oh, che-che, che-che, oh. Oh, there is some good on that. But Nancy kind of greedy, you know. He decided he don't put his ears to the left to hear things better there. And what do you think he heard? Hello, Che-che! Nancy confused again. He didn't know whether to go to the right or go to the left. And meanwhile, he's hungry. So Nancy very hungry, right side first. And Nancy very hungry, left side first. And Nancy very hungry, right side first. And Nancy very hungry, left side first. And this side, and that side, come back a middle. And this side, and that side, come back a middle. And Nancy very hungry, right side first. And Nancy very hungry, left side first. Nancy decided he didn't think about this business. If right is right and left is left, then left is wrong and right is right. Nancy decided he will go to the right. Nancy walk, Nancy walk, Nancy walk, 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 Nancy walk, Nancy walk, Nancy walk. When Nancy meet to the right, Nancy meet the people in the village happy, and they were singing and having a wonderful time. And everyone looked fat and rosy. So Nancy said, this is the place to come. And when he got there, the chief of the village greeted him warmly and said, well, we shall send the hunters out to hunt. When they are back with their kill, we will have a feast. And we shall feed you, Anancy. Well, Anancy liked the idea of getting food, but it sounded like their food will take a long time. So Nancy talked about the people to the left, and he said to the chief, well, I am a merchant, and I left my merchandise at the junction in the road. Give me a piece of rope, and when the food is ready, just tug on the rope and I will be back. Well, you see, Nancy was smart. Nancy collected the rope, and then he went back to the junction in the village. And when he got back there, he just decided to go to the people to the left and see what happened. Because he didn't be able to wait on the food that taking so long. When Nancy reached the people to the left, they were happy and rich and everything looked fine and bright. And the chief of the village said, Nancy, our farmers are farming the land and they are planting the crop. When the crop is ready, we shall hold a feast and you shall be fed. Well, Nancy vexed bad because that sounded like it didn't take too long. And Nancy told them the same story about him being a merchant and he wanted to go back to the junction to keep an eye on his merchandise. So, give me a length of rope and when the food is ready, just stop on the rope. Nancy collected the rope. And Nancy went back to the junction in the road. And Nancy lay down and fell fast to sleep. The people from the left, they finished the food and they just feed the guests first. The people on the other side, they finished cooking too and they just feed the guests first. So both people from the right, they talk to the rope. The people from the left, they talk to the rope. Nancy in trouble. He didn't know where to go. And this side, come back a minute. And this side, come back a minute. And this side, confused. After a while, the people from the right get suspicious. They wonder what happened to Nancy. The people to the left, they want to know what happened to Nancy. And both villages walk to the junction in the road. Old people say, be careful what you ask for, because you might get it. Both chiefs were so concerned about what happened that they threw the rope at Nancy because Nancy was smarting them. And said, the rope you ask for is the rope you get. From that day, whenever you see Anancy the spider, he always got plenty rope and string tied around him because a rope he asks for and his rope he gets. And Nancy